Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're looking at the MLB Prizepicks plays for Tuesday, August the 2nd. We have a 13-game baseball slate today. Got a 4 or 5 Prizepicks I want to share with you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it with the like button, subscribe if you have not already. I'll have my DFS plays on Twitter later today. I just probably won't have time to get to them in this video. So first prop I like, there's a couple of Nerfies that are on the board right now. First one is going to be the Reds-Marlins Nerfie. This one was the easiest Nerfie. Yesterday it wasn't on Prizepicks, but if you played it on Sportsbooks, then well, maybe you caught it on Prizepicks before they took it out, maybe the night before. But Sportsbooks, it was like minus 145 in some spots. It was 6 up, 6 down, like 10 minutes it was done. Pitchers combined for like 30-something pitches, barely 30 pitches. And same spot, anytime you get two teams playing in Miami, it's always a good spot for potential Nerfies just with how big the ballpark is. Neither one of these offenses are great, especially the Marlins offense. Pretty weak right now the whole season, and pretty low totals for both of these sides, 3.6 for the Reds and 4 for the Marlins. So that's the first Nerfie I like. The second one is another great ballpark to get you some Nerfies, and that one is in Los Angeles. Oakland is also very, very good, but the Angels Stadium is also pretty conducive to Nerfies, and you got the Angels offense without Trout and without Rendon. They're just lack of a lot of power besides Ohtani, and a lack of a lot of guys that you're afraid of. You have Fletcher and Rengifo, 2 hitters in the top 3, which most teams in baseball would have those guys batting like 7th or 8th. And then on the A's side, they still just don't have much power at the top besides for Sean Murphy. So unless like Ohtani or Murphy happen to go deep, I think this is another good spot to get you a Nerfie. So that's the second spot we're going with, under half a run in the A's and Angels Nerfie, or first inning. There are a couple of hitter bases that I like, total bases, or you can look at their fantasy score. Aaron Judge came through once again yesterday with another home run. He gets a more difficult matchup against Gilbert, but he's just been on another level that still play him if you wanted to. But the first one that I'm going with here is going to be some guys in the Houston game with over 1.5 bases on Yordan Alvarez. Now the Astros get a good spot here. They're at home. They just made a semi-splash getting Mancini, which helps them, get them another DH and get them another power guy in the lineup. But we have 14-mile-per-hour winds blowing out here at home. The Astros have a pretty high total at almost 5. They're getting a lefty-righty matchup and a guy that doesn't have much experience in Crawford. Probably will only go a few innings for them. And Alvarez, once again, gives you a ton of upside. So give me over 1.5 bases on Yordan Alvarez. Some other spots that we can target in terms of being high-scoring games, consider some of these guys on the Twins like Buxton or Correa over, if they're fantasy, or over their bases. On the Mets side, they're getting DeGrom back today, so that's exciting for them. And they're going up against a bullpen guy for the Nats, and it should be like a bullpen game. So definitely have some interest in getting to some of these Mets bats with getting a nice ballpark upgrade as well going into National Park. So the first guy I'm going with, Pete Alonso, over 1.5 bases on the Mets side. Getting to him and Alvarez, 2 guys that can double their scores by just hitting a home run, and we've seen them do it many, many, many times this year and over the years for them. And then the last prop, you definitely could go Judge if you wanted to. Strikeout board, there's kind of some of these guys are priced up a bit. Like you need 8Ks for Darvish, you need 9Ks for Burns. They're not messing around today, so I'm not that thrilled with the strikeouts board. The pitcher fantasy score, I do like Corbin Burns at 45.5, but it's also a pretty big one. And instead, I'm going Yu Darvish over 42.5. Feel better than taking his fantasy than expecting 8 strikeouts, which is definitely doable. But once again, I like the Padres to get the win. I like Darvish to go semi-deep and get you the quality start. Gets the win as well, those 10 bonus points there, and expect him to get you at least 5+ strikeouts, probably 6+ strikeouts. 7 might be a push, but that's why I'm taking his fantasy instead of his strikeouts. So that's kind of it for today. Those are the Prizepicks plays I like. Nerfies in the Reds, Marlins, and the A's Angels game, and then taking the over bases on a couple of bombers, Alvarez and Alonso, and over fantasy on Darvish. So best of luck today. You can leave any other props down below in the comments. If you haven't signed up on Prizepicks, you use the code PROCESS if it is available in your state. Check out the website, check out Twitter, and I will see you all next time.